Picks 106. Rolling Stones, Under My Thumb. Good afternoon, Uncle Vito. And tomorrow evening, Ted Nugent will be at Northern Lights. But right now, he's on the phone with me. Good afternoon, Ted.
How you doing, boy?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm on fire.
You are, and you're coming to Northern Lights tomorrow night.
Who's going to stop me?
Nobody. And you're going to set that on fire tomorrow night.
Yeah, I got Mick Brown on drums and Greg Smith on the bass guitar, man. I live the American guitar player's dream every night, man. We're going to do it up good.
Well, I know that you've been there before, and I know you've been in the area before, and I know that every time you do the show in the area, everybody goes home happy.
I would think so. That's why God sent me to teach people how to dance, you know? No, we have so much positive energy every night. Mick and Greg and I love the music. It's contagious as all hell. We put our hearts and soul into every song, every concert, every lick, every jam. And, here's 2010. The music has never been more intense, never been more ferocious. We're having so much fun. It's stupid, and you might as well come and enjoy it with us, you know?
Exactly. I love the name of the tour, the Trample the Weak, Hurdle the Dead tour.
Yes, indeed. Trample the Weak, Hurdle the Dead. Nothing but love songs from your Uncle Ted. Yeah, we play with an American rhythm and blues, rock and roll brutality every night, man. We just have so much fun. It's stupid.
Now it's all a hits, right?
Well, we play everything. Hell, we throw in some James Brown and Wilson Pickett and Sam and Dave music. An occasional Rolling Stones song, but God, it's so difficult, Vito, when we get ready to go on stage to choose my favorite songs. I mean, I love playing Cat Scratch Fever and Free For All and Stranglehold, Dog Eat Dog and Motor City Madhouse. I love Love Grenade. I love Cluster Funky. I love a bunch of the brand new songs. We got a bunch of new songs called, in fact, we play Trample the Weak, Hurdle the Dead, brand new song every night. So we can only play for about 3 hours, and I get about 12 hours worth of music. So we pick and choose what I think are the most intense songs, and we just throttle them every night, you know?
Now, do you go in set, or do you kind of just say, hey, tonight let's do these?
Well, you try to design the most impacting 2.5 to 3 hours you can come up with, because every ticket buyer deserves to have their head removed. Everybody wants to have the ultimate Ted Nugent concert, so you determine songs that, really gratify and satisfy and enthrall the audience, because they all satisfy and gratify and enthrall us every time. So we do tend to focus on a series of songs and the sequence of songs that we think absolutely devastate the night. So a lot of times we'll play the same set over and over again because we've determined, it's just like a marathon runner. You determine a pace and a throttle and a velocity and a cadence, and a great band will do that so that their audience gets the maximum every night. So we've got a bunch of songs that we have to play because we love them so much.
And I loved hearing you say, that you're going to play maybe a Stone song or Wilson Pickett. I mean, one of my favorites that I've got on your Intense Cities CD is Land of a Thousand Dances.
Great song. That's a perfect example, man. That's the stuff that we were all weaned on. Greg Smith on bass and Mick Brown on drums. These guys, they're not white guys. There's no Caucasians in the Ted Nugent band. We crave that Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, James Brown, Motown Funk Brothers, all our musical heroes. Like every great musical influence is black American rhythm and blues and rockers. Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry is in every one of my songs someplace. So, once in a while there's a real uninhibitedness, animal, primal scream goes on stage every night. So when in doubt, I just whip it out. You never know what I might do.
Well, I got to tell you, on Fridays, I do a show called Uncle Vito's Happy Hour from 4 to 7, where I just kind of go off the charts and play a lot of requests from the listeners, and a week doesn't go by that something from you doesn't make that show. Land of a Thousand Dances has been there. Wango Tango at times I'll make it on there.
Well, Vito, let me tell my radio buddy a little something.
All right.
In 1989, I lost a great hero of mine by the name of Fred Bear, and I just jumped in the studio, just a train wreck of emotions, and I recorded a song that blew up out of my heart. It's just a song that flew off my fingertips and my mouth, and my great musicians captured the spirit of that song, Fred Bear. Somebody snuck a cassette to a radio station in Detroit. And Vito, since 1989, that song called Fred Bear has been the #1 requested song on every rock station in Michigan and Wisconsin since 1989, Vito. If you want to light up the airwaves on the Vito Happy Hour, get my song Fred Bear. And when you play Fred Bear, I don't care if it's maniac rock and rollers, I don't care what kind of music people love, the spirit and the passion and the intensity of my emotion and what I captured in this explosion of passion for this great man after he died will do the same thing on your radio station that it did in Michigan and Wisconsin, where they have the balls to break the playlist. You know, it sounds like Vito has the balls to break the playlist and get musically creative.
All right, Ted, hang on to your seat because I'm going to tell you something right now. There was a couple of people who lived down in Kinderhook, New York, used to own an inn down there, and they would call me up and request songs from me. Finally, they invited me to come to their inn to have dinner, and I took a ride down there to Kinderhook to have dinner with them, and nicest folks you could meet. And I'm sorry to say I don't recall their names at this point in time, but when we got done eating, they invited me in, come and look at the inn, and took me around, and I went into this room, and what's in this room but a wall of pictures of the fella and yourself hunting.
I'll be darned. I got a lot of blood brothers out there, Vito.
Well, this fella had come out from Kinderhook and come to your, what do I want to say it is?
My hunting ranch, probably.
Your hunting ranch, and hunted with you. And as I was leaving, they came up to me, and he says, Ted gave me this himself, and I want you to have it for airplay. And it was a CD, and there was a Dynamite version, a live version of Great White Buffalo on it. And then there was a second song on there, Fred Bear.
That's that blood brother connection, Vito.
And Fred Bear has been played on my show for years.
Hallelujah. God bless Vito, the defiant one. You are my blood brother. And is the reaction to that song, like I said?
People love it.
Our music live right now, Vito, you got to come down and see Mick and Greg and I. It's just, I don't even know what the hell's going on. It's so intense. I'm 61 years old now, and it has more fire and more piss and vinegar than any time in my life. And I attribute that to the incredible virtuosity and the incredible attitude and spirit and talents of Mick and Greg, man. My music is just totally out of control right now. I love it more now than ever.
Well, tomorrow night at Northern Lights, that music is going to be blasting out of there with Ted, Mick, and Greg on the stage. I'm sure a lot of folks are going to be there, and if you've been thinking about it, think no more. Get over there. It's going to be a great show. The guys are going to play some kick-ass rock and roll with some funk in it for you tomorrow night. And you know what I think I'm going to do right now, Ted? I think I'm going to play that Fred Bear for people.
Play Fred Bear for my blood brothers out there. Vito, thank you very much. God bless you, man.
You got it. See you tomorrow night, and thank you, Ted.
Godspeed, Vito. Live it up, man.